So how much did you spend? How much do you have? How much is profit?
So far, I've spent $630 on acquiring product, and I'm going to make around, and so it's going to be around profit, my first invoice.
Which is not bad. So dude, you're what? You're 18 years old, 19 years old? How old?
Yeah, I'm 18 years old. I'm trying to bring this to the max potential it can go to. I don't really see a limit right now because I could see that this is something that can really go crazy if you really put your heart and soul into it.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Felix Wisniewski. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're sitting down with Austin. I wanted to bring him on the channel because he just started the medical commodities business just about 30 days or so ago, and he's doing this while he's in college currently. So I wanted to bring him on the channel, ask him a few questions, see how his experience has been thus far. So Austin, go ahead, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and what you have going on for us today.
Hi, my name's Austin. I'm from New York. I'm located in Albany, and I've been recently just started doing this. I just got into this a month ago, and yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Cool. And what kind of sparked your interest in this business? I know there's a lot of stuff online. I'm not sure if this is like the first, business opportunity or side
Yeah,
hustle you've done, but I think it's fair to say that, dude, there's a million and one things out there. There's like Shopify, there's
nah,
Amazon, there's all these things.
exactly.
I typically say some work, most don't. But what was it about this in particular that where you're like, okay, this makes sense. Let me get started.
So I actually, before I started doing this, I've been doing like light reselling. I would be buying clothes, doing trades with people, and I was on Facebook doing stuff like that. And when I first saw this, it just really sparked interest in me because I've never even heard of anything like this before. And I'm like, this seems like it's making sense. And then when I watched your the TikTok I saw of you, I just sat down and I was like, let me just see what this video is really about. And I took my time and I really watched that video, and I really saw like a spark in you. Like, okay, I can see myself doing this, and I can see myself getting into this. So that's where it really that's where everything started clicking, and I was like, let me give this a try.
Perfect, perfect. You've seen some of my videos. You're like, all right, let me dive into this. As far as, actually acquiring the information, once we started working together, you got the information. As far as like, because sometimes you'll learn new skills or new knowledge and you're like, you start looking at it, you're like, wow, this is really a lot to grasp or a lot
Yeah.
to, a hard concept to understand. What level of difficulty would you say like the actual information is? Not the process to get started, but just from like going through the information and not
Yeah.
knowing nothing about the medical commodities business to completing the course and then you're like, okay, I understand everything.
I would say it's actually fairly easy. I'm not gonna lie. If you generally take the time and you generally sit down and just give yourself a couple hours and just watch throughout the videos and like the course and learn exactly what each thing is, I would say it's pretty. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but if you put your mind to it and you actually take the time, you can do it. It's definitely doable.
Perfect, perfect. Now, we were talking before, we hit the record button, but, some people think about doing this business and like, well, I don't have money for marketing, right? I'm strapped. Maybe I have a couple bucks, just enough to buy the product or just enough to get access to the course. I don't have money for marketing. Did you spend a lot of money on marketing to make the money you've made so far? And Austin hasn't made tens of thousands of dollars. He's just been doing it 30 days, but he's made money or has an invoice going out that's going to get paid and then he'll make some money. But how much money would you say you spent on marketing, or did you do some free methods? Can you touch on that?
So, um, I can definitely touch on that. So I started off with throughout the course, I saw the course recommended bandit signs, stuff like that. So I spent around, I'd probably say up to probably 100, 150 on bandit signs. And after that, I also was really using Facebook. So Facebook was actually really helping me. I was able to just go on Facebook and do looks and just refresh my page and just keep on looking and seeing any updates if anyone's posting more stuff, diabetic supplies. And from there, I was really honestly able to find a couple leads.
Perfect. So you've been doing this about a month. Getting ready to ship your product out to one of the big name buyers that we have.
Yes.
Just talk like how much did you spend to acquire the product you have, and then how much are you going to resell all this for? Obviously, just for context, he hasn't gotten paid yet, but he has
Right.
the product. And the thing in this business, once you get the product, I mean, it's pretty much considered sold. So how much did you spend? How much do you have? How much is profit?
So far, I've spent $630 on acquiring product, and I'm going to make around 1,200 around there, and so it's going to be around 600 profit. It's going to be around my first invoice.
Which is not bad because I typically tell people like your first 30 days, you should make somewhere between like, 500 to 1,000 or
Yeah.
1,500 or 1,250 in profit like in your first 30 days, month two or day 60, somewhere between like 1,000 to 2,000, and then day 90 or
I
month
actually,
three,
I actually have more stuff coming in actually tomorrow, so it's probably gonna be more, almost probably around like 800, probably almost nine, probably after tomorrow. So it's almost at that 1,000 mark.
almost 1,000 in profit.
Correct.
Now, are you inside of the community Facebook group that we have?
I am in the Facebook group.
Okay. And then as far as, maybe you're on Facebook or maybe you're not, but can you touch on that? But also like any questions you had as far as like getting access to me? There's a lot of things out there. You buy a program, the person who made the program goes ghost. You can never hear from them again. Can
Yeah.
you talk about, how the support has been, the customer service experience? Can you talk about
Yeah.
that as far as on my end?
Yeah, 100%. So the Facebook group, I would say, is a gigantic plus because just looking at the Facebook group and just looking at all the different people who are on the same page as you and have the same mindset and just sharing knowledge, it's so helpful, honestly. When I first started this and I was just like really new and I joined the Facebook group, just me doing a couple scrolls, I was just like I was wow founded by seeing how many people, not that many people are doing it, but how many people are actually coming together and actually working together to get to that next point. The Facebook group was actually extremely helpful. And on the customer service side, I would say above and beyond. I'm not even just saying that for the video. I'm being like, this is honestly
No,
I've honestly, with any question I've had, you've been there helping me, and it's honestly just been like a great time. Honestly, I couldn't be more thankful.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I pride myself on that because I think, in the beginning, sometimes you need some navigating. And then as far as the Facebook group, I tell anybody like thinking about doing this business or getting started, think about being around hundreds of people all doing a business that you want to do. But not only that, people doing a business that you want to do and making 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 45, $50,000 a month. Some in revenue and some in profit. So dude, you're what? You're 18 years old, 19 years old. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 18 years old.
What are some of your goals with this? I mean, talk about the future. It's smart. It's April
I'm
1st.
trying. I'm trying to bring this to the max potential it can go to. I don't really see a limit right now. I'm trying to bring it to that max potential because I could see that this is something that can really go crazy if you really put your heart and soul into it, and you actually take it like it's a serious, like it's a job. You gotta really put some work into it. It's not just gonna come. So I'm
Yes.
trying to go to that. I'm trying to go to that next level.
I mean, dude, with this business, the sky's literally the limit. You can make, if you want to stay at a couple thousand a month, you could do that. If you want to push it to six and seven figures, you can do that as well. Look, last question. I don't want to hold you too long. Someone's watching this video. This isn't the only case study I have on my channel. I have a few different ones, men and women, young, old, all different backgrounds, all different stories and walks of life. But, dude, you're only 18 years old, which, like I told you before, I could have $20 million in my bank account. You're still richer than me because you have that time. So maybe you have a different perspective that somebody else might want to hear. You're, 18 in college, your first month, call it somewhere between 600 and 1,000 in profit. Someone's thinking about doing this business. They're on the fence. They're watching this video. They're watching other videos. They're thinking about this. They're thinking about other things. What would you say to them?
I would tell them, don't be the guy that sees something and then it blows up, and then later on you're like, damn, I should have did that. Like I promise you, I literally like how it is. You got to give a risk in life if you want to see some type of success. You're not. It's not just gonna. You got to put some risk out there. And honestly, with this, it's not even that much of a risk because you literally know what you're gonna get. You're not really going losing money. It's like you really can't lose money if you're following the rules and you know exactly what to do. So I would say 100% give this a try, and just go at it. Yeah.
Perfect. So, and then also women too. There's women watching this. Actually, not sure if you know Austin, but out of everybody I've mentored over the years, just recently, it was actually previous to that was a guy in Texas. He held the record for making 5K in profit in his first month. I just had somebody by the name of Christina. She's on my page and on this channel. I did an interview with her. She made 9K in her first month of profit. So
That's
shout out to all the female entrepreneurs as well. If you're male, female, young, old, whatever nationality or background or race you are, it doesn't matter. This business,
big.
we're all the same at the end of the day in business and in
Right.
life. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. You can get paid and make an extra couple thousand a month or change your life and make, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 a month because it's possible. And I know people who have done it and I've done it. Not 100,000 a month, but I've done some pretty great numbers. Any final words you want to say?
Go at it. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Don't wait. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, that's it for everything. Honestly, that's for everything in life. Don't wait. Honestly,
Perfect,
don't wait.
perfect. So that's Austin. Like I said, if you guys want to learn more about this business, click the link in the bio. I host a free class every single week, breaking the business down. Austin, great job. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll talk soon, bro.
Thanks, man.